We gonna talk about the old, young, smart, dumb. Let me show you where I'm coming from. You better tell them or I will.
Yo, man, you better tell them or I will. Man, y'all know how it go. I ain't gonna be long, but I'm gonna take my time. Last couple of weeks been real eventful, man, and you know, when you get reprogrammed, or now that I have been reprogrammed, anytime anything rubbed me the wrong way, I want to go inside to learn what I need to learn so I'm not in that position again, or said event doesn't affect me in the same way. So I'm rolling with one of my teachers, mentors, and we got a slot. So we roll up in the slot, and it's a great day. I'm rolling with the God, right? Hell of an example of manhood. I learned from this brother. So we rolling, we listening to the funk and the, you know, the old school, as they would call it. But you know, we having a good ass day. And we get up in our slot and they introduce us. And you know, I do what I learned from John Singleton. God bless the dead. We at the Higher Learning premiere, and he says, feel free to ride the movie. Meaning, stereotype says black folk talk in the movie theater, but it's actually called riding the movie, according to John Singleton. Rest in peace, brother. So ever since then, you know, I ride, and in our meetings, everybody know that Sean P gonna ride the meeting. So, you know, I get to hooping and hollering, all right, go ahead, listen, woo, 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 right? And that's just what I do. So anyway, when they introduce us, I let them know we in the building, right? And this lady turns around and fires off on me. Now, I've been seeing this lady a few years. Once, twice a week for a few years, you know. I thought we was cool. And she turns around and, son, don't you ever respect women? And I'm looking like, you talking to me? Yeah. And I'm like, word. Okay. Now I'm like, whatever. But the ego, get her. Motherfucker, who you talking to? This the ego, right? I ain't saying this out loud. I mean, the ego is whooping her ass sideways. And again, with the program, you got to go inside. So now I'm trying to control my breath because my adrenaline is up and I know that they're going to be calling me to the podium in a minute. So anyway, they end up calling me. My breath and my blood pressure is it's out of whack, but it's enough for me to get up there, drop it on the podium. And then I dropped it and got off to where everybody was shocked that it was so short, right? Because y'all know I love to talk. But anyway, then this sister goes up at the end. And then when she's coming to her chair, she gets to pointing at me and talking loud again. My mentor is behind me and he knows me. And he said, let it go, let it go, let it go. Simply take her outside and ask her, where did you disrespect her and you know, what this about? And I ended up talking to the sister and it was a half-ass apology on her part, but you know, it's all good. What I learned, and this is why I'm talking to you about it. Sometime when people get at you and you know, not believe, not have faith in, you know that what they saying don't have nothing to do with you. That ain't you, right? So now I'm, you know, okay, God, where can I get better? Where can I, you know, work on my tack? How can I deliver my message a little better without offending anyone? Even though I know someone's going to get offended, but you got to go for the big goal of not offending anyone so you could lessen the offense, if you will. So anyway, you know, I learned, number one, that some people have unresolved issues. And when they see something this great, huh? it rubs them the wrong way. Another thing I learned, that I'm going to continue to improve being me, but you're not about to make me change. That's not going to happen. Now, if you don't, the sister had the nerve to call me arrogant. And my mentor had to share with the lady, you are mistaking arrogance for gratitude. And the thing that played the whole weekend in my head, big up to you, brother, CeeLo Goody, also known as CeeLo Green, closet freak, when he says, when people haven't been where you been and they say you're going too far, not going to play myself down for nobody. Because if you knew my story, knew the people that paid the price for me to get here to talk to you, you would tell me, turn it up. Do not turn it down. So I want to thank the sister, and I did, because I learned. Now, whether she goes and takes care of her unresolved issues is not my challenge or issue. I've canceled my subscription to that issue. But for me, the improvement is on, and I'm coming louder and stronger. I might even take a page out of Jay-Z when he said, I rock more Versace, copped more diamonds, Don't play with me, because I'm not playing with you. Don't let nobody play with you, man. No one, well, I won't say no one. A few people know your story, and look here, like my mentor told me, your story is sufficient. Your story is your story. And if you feel like telling it, you make sure they hear it, because that's what I'm going to do. My people paid the price. God has left the baddest motherfucker I ever met in my life at my worst. That woman is still with me. I'm not here to play with nobody. Nobody. I'm going to let you know that God is good. And if you take it as arrogance, then let it be. I'm arrogant. I don't give a fuck if that's what you think. Because the people that know me know that that is not the case. And if my wife is not offended, man, I gives a fuck less about what you think. Now, if my wife tell me something, I'm straightening it up. She didn't have to, matter of fact, in that same little week right there, I had to go to a funeral of a little partner of mine. Man had a damn seizure and died in his sleep. And the preacher that's supposed to be doing the eulogy, it's not doing the eulogy. I had to look the word up on the phone and show it to my wife and then show it to my nephew and one of his partners that was the pallbearers. This is the definition of eulogy. And my wife saw that I was getting ready to go. And she said, Sean, she didn't say my name that loud. She, grit her teeth. Sean, be quiet. Stop. Because if you're doing something, then goddamn it, get to doing it. Don't be doing something and then you're doing something else. If you're supposed to be doing the eulogy is about the person. Don't come in here telling me how much of a sinner I am and how I need to commit to this and that. That ain't got shit to do with this. You're supposed to be doing the eulogy. But anyway, another subject for another day. Be you, man. Let me reiterate that. Let me reword that. Be the best you can be. Always seek to improve. That is the largest room in the world, the room for improvement. But let nobody play you down, regardless of how they feeling. Peace.
We gonna have a deep conversation, probably reach across the nation. I'm getting to the point, be patient. Tell them or I will. You better tell them or I will. You better tell them, yeah. You are now tuned in to the #1 podcast on the internet. Sean P. You better tell them.